I don't want to do anything yet. I want to call my insurance agent first. Have you heard this one? Because Adam, who just emailed me from Maryland, says, hey Adam, this is Adam from Waldorf, Maryland. Can you possibly do a video on this objection? I want to call my agent first. I think it would help myself and many people. It is becoming a very common thing after I present my findings to the homeowner. Pay attention to that. After I present my findings to the homeowner, and sometimes when they call the agent, it can help, but more often than not, it steers them away. So what do? Well, Adam, thank you, and nice name, by the way. And I want to get into this in this video because what Adam mentioned in that video specifically was it's after I show them my findings. So in this video, we're going to digest in greater detail because sometimes I believe teaching objection handling is doing folks a disservice because we don't really get to the root of what's going on. We just isolate. Well, they said this, or you say that. And that, in my opinion, is short-sighted. We have to look at the whole scenario and understand what's going on. So in this video, I'm going to cover it in two parts. First, I'm going to share with you why it's happening by guiding you through an experience so you can begin to think like your customer. And then I'm going to teach you how to overcome this if it comes up. But my guess is if we do everything that I share in the beginning, it's probably not going to come up that often, if at all. So let's get started. First, a quick welcome or welcome back. Adam Bensman here, the Roof Strategist, and everything I do on my channel is designed to help you and your team smash your income goal and give every customer an amazing experience. And if you haven't yet done it, smash that subscribe button so you don't miss a new upload. I'm putting up a couple every single week. Now let's get started. First, what I want to do is kind of lay the groundwork of what's actually happening in the house. And what we're going to do is put ourselves in the mind of our customer, and our customer for right now is going to be our Pink Panther peeking out through the window to see who's showing up. Now remember, I'm a stranger, right? Adam, I'm pointing to my phone that's over there. So Adam, who emailed me. And I show up. Now, I'm knocking on that door. Now for a second, let's put you at home tonight, 6:30 at night. You're sitting on the couch, relaxing. It's been a long day. You got off work a little bit early, and you're just ready to unwind, and you hear that knock. Dut, 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 dut. Now, what are the two questions that come to your mind? You just said it, didn't you? Who the heck is that, and what the heck do they want? And often it involves an exchange to your significant other, like, you expecting to know, who the heck is that? What the heck do they want? So then the door opens, and you're standing there, and all of our logos read the same. I don't know if you know that or not, but they do. And it says this, I sell roofs. Okay, so now you're the I sell roofs guy. You did your spiel, your pitch. You hop up on the roof, you do an inspection, then you show up and you say, hey, look, by the way, your roof's damaged. Your roof is damaged. And the homeowner's sitting there saying, you're the I sell roofs guy that offered me a free inspection. Gee golly, what a shocker. You tell me I need a new roof? I don't trust you anymore. So now let's pause right there. That's what's happening up until this point. Now, one of the key mistakes that many people make is telling people that their home, that their roof is damaged. I'm a firm believer that we don't do that. Now, I've stopped drinking alcohol and later realized I was an alcoholic, so I can say this. You don't show up at someone's house and be like, you're an alcoholic, right? If you told someone who was not aware yet that they were an alcoholic or had a problem with alcohol, they're likely going to follow with what? They're not going to say, oh, thank you so much for telling me, and then reach out and give you a hug. No, they're going to throw a right hook at your face. Screw you, man. That's what they're going to do. But in order to get someone to change, they need to take ownership of that problem. So I can't show up and tell the homeowner the roof's damaged. That's no different than like, hey, Mr. Homeowner, you're an alcoholic. No, I know it's an extreme example, and I hope I don't offend anybody. I'm trying to be cheeky here and let you see how much of an extreme difference it is versus guiding that homeowner to take ownership of their own problem and identify that damage and tell it to you, which is why I did this video, which I highly recommend you watch, which is one of the key mistakes. Never tell a homeowner the roof is damaged. We need them to tell us it's damaged. All right. Now, number two, in my training center, I teach in depth an objection handling formula called ARO, Acknowledge, Reassure, Overcome. And in there, I teach that all objections fall into one of three categories, trust, need, or money. Okay, that's it. They don't trust you. They don't think they need you in the insurance side, like your support, your guidance through the process, or that they don't need a new roof, especially in the retail side. I want to get a few more years out of my roof. We're going to move forward with the repair, not the replacement. There's a need issue. There's not enough need to take action. They don't need to solve a problem. And the final one is money, which in the insurance side is usually deductible. In the retail side, it's your estimate's too high or they don't think they can afford it, right? So trust, need, money. Now, I want to ask you, if someone says, I want to call my agent first, which category does that fall into? Trust, need, or money? My guess is you guessed right, which is a trust issue. They don't trust you. So if you've made these mistakes leading up to this point, where you show up as the I Sell Roofs guy, offer a free inspection, gee golly, you have damage to your roof. The homeowner says, I don't trust you yet. I'm going to call someone I do trust, which is the insurance agent. So my best advice is to watch that video on why you should not tell a homeowner that the roof's damaged. Now, if you go through that process and communicate to them so they then take ownership of that damage, now there's no need to call the agent because they've owned the problem and you can pinpoint exactly what they need to do, which is calling the claims hotline to solve the problem. But now what they're really doing is they're calling an agent because they don't trust you. What they're telling the agent, when Adam says it sometimes works but often it doesn't, is they say to the agent, this stranger showed up at my house offering a free inspection, told me I had damage and should file a claim. That doesn't sound very good when it's described that way. But if they said someone showed up, offered me a free inspection, I saw the pictures with my very own eyes, they communicated what hail or wind damage looks like, my roof is damaged, that agent is going to say you need to call the claims hotline. So if they do call the agent, we're in a better place. All right. So there you have it. That's the bones of why this thing comes up. I got to call my agent, what we do to prevent it from coming up. But I want to share with you, in case there's that Hail Mary where you do all these things right and that homeowner still says, I want to call my agent. We use that ARO formula: acknowledge, reassure, overcome. Hey, Mr. Homeowner, I understand you want to speak to your agent, a trusted resource. Reassure. I can understand that you might be a little timid to do anything about this with a stranger who just showed up. You don't know me that well, or as Adam and I can make the joke, you don't know me from Adam. Ha ha ha, pun pun. All right, I just thought of that one on the fly. So we're going to reassure their thought process. I know you don't know me as a stranger quite yet. I can understand some resistance to doing some things, and then overcome. Hey, I'm a little confused. I know you saw this damage, you described it to me. May I ask, what is it that you'd like to chat with your agent about? And again, that's a what question. We were going to ask first and discover what they're going to ask, because we don't know why they want to call their agent. It might be something like, well, I wanted to ask my agent if my premiums would go up. Bingo, we can pinpoint that. It's an act of God. It's not going to go up because of an act of God, but it will go up because everybody's go up, just like health insurance claims go up every single year. So whether you decide to do something or not, your premiums will go up, yes, but not as a direct result of filing a claim for what's considered an act of God. Or if they have other questions, we can pinpoint it. So that's why I want to ask, hey, do you mind if I ask what is it you'd like to talk to your agent about? Or what questions do you have for your agent? And then if there's no way to get around it and you can't handle those objections when they then tell you the truth, then what we can do is say, hey, let's put together a list of questions together for your agent. Then you're sitting there and you're documenting those questions. Say, listen, I'm going to help you out. I'll happily put together any list of questions for your agent. I'll give you some answers, and then you can fact check anything you want with your agent if you choose to chat with them. That way you're literally sitting there and getting them to draw out all the objections that they were going to have with the agent, most of which, if not all, you'll be able to squash right there and then move on to getting the deal signed. And then if they do call the agent and you provided proper education, the homeowner is going to validate that with the agent and then call you back. So there you have it. The root cause of why people tell you, I want to call my agent first, and what to do about it. Adam, thank you again for recommending this video. I super appreciate it. Keep those recommendations coming. Now that's all for this video. So just because our time here is about to wrap up doesn't mean your and my time has to. You might be sitting here thinking, well, that sounds pretty sweet. I want to see if I can arm my team, my whole sales team, with this strategy to overcome objections in the house and close deals. And if that's you, click the link in the description and take a peek at my program and see why thousands and thousands and thousands of people all over the US, Canada, Australia, and even Sweden are using this system for both storm and retail to train their team lightning fast, arm them with all the material they need to self-generate leads, overcome objections on the spot, even if they've never heard them before, and close deals confidently. Or you can text the word demo to 303-222-7133. That's 303-222-7133. Now, that's all for this video. What I highly recommend you do is two quick things. If you haven't done it, jump into my free training center here, or hang with me here on YouTube and watch that video I've been mentioning throughout, which is why you should not tell homeowners the roof's damaged, and jump into that one right here, and I will see you on the next one.